in me, the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with.
Hi guys, and welcome again as we review this car, the Volvo V40. And today guys, we are at Urban Drive. Urban Drive is located on Kiambu Road, just at the bypass on your left from town. That's where they are. You can visit and see the variety of cars they have. And today we have a very interesting car. Very interesting in terms of performance, interesting in terms of reliability, and most of the things that we are going to see about the car. Looking at the car, it's of course a small car, but the performance of the car is great, yeah? Like for example, the car is a 1600 cc with 16 turbo. Anyone that knows about car's performance, you can tell the kind of power we are having. And most of the features we are having in these cars look very nice, looks very great. For example, looking at the front part of the car, you see the beautifully made headlights with the Volvo signature. Of course, every Volvo will look like this at the front part. And something very interesting, we have the headlight washers for the car. And then we have a space here where you can leave it the way it is, or you can have fog lights. Then below the space you have a spoiler, which makes the car look very beautiful. Yeah, and then the car has some very good finishes, which makes it stand out in any other car. Yeah, you see, like for example, we have this metal finish here, and then you see for the side mirror we have the side light, which generally makes the car look very beautiful. Bearing in mind it's a small car, 15-inch wheel is good on the car. That is what can fit on the car. And of course, you see it comes with a Volvo emblem, and then also the rim that also looks very beautiful on it. The car is in red, which makes it more appealing to, say, the female gender. And I'm not saying that anyone cannot drive a red car, but of course, when it is red, most of the times we want to associate it with the female gender. But the car generally looks very beautiful. We can check on what is in the inside and see what we have in the Volvo V40. First of all, something that makes me very interested with German cars is how they try to make everything easy. Like for example, you see most of the controls are either on the door or on the other part of the control system, and it makes driving of the car very easy. For example, if it is a cruise control, we have everything collected together that you can access everything so easily. And this car, the electric part of this car has been made to be very accessible and very reliable. When you talk about reliability and accessibility, you are able to access everything just around you. And then something that interests me so much is the sound system. The sound system of this car, bearing is a smaller car, it's crazy, very powerful, and you can enjoy as you cruise. I mean, it's a very nice car. So we can see what we have inside. The coolness of everything in the car. You see the seats are electric controlled. You control your seats electronically. And something very interesting, the car also has seat memories where you can set the posture. You can also adjust the steering as you feel good for you. And of course, we have the steering control where you can control most of the functions on the steering. And of course, on the steering, we have the airbag and of course the hood. And then this car has cruise control. You can control your car as you cruise, and it looks very great. Something else is the digital display of the car, where you can control your car on the functions that you have. You can tune your radio, you can connect your phone. Like for example here, it tells you that you can, my phone is Huawei Y9, so it tells me I can already connect it. And then you see here you are able to control the functions of the car, the sound system, climate control. I mean, it is a car that you are not much distracted when you want to access something. And of course you see the way the display looks, very nice, looks very, very, very nice. If we check the compartments that we have on the car, there are several compartments, which makes also your movement easier. And then also you have your charging system where you can charge your phone. You have this compartment where you can have your cup of coffee, tea, your juice, the driver and the co-driver as you travel. And then there is this compartment here, so also you can have your stuff in here, and also there's a port for your charger. And also here you can have more space for your stuff. I mean, the car is also very spacious, and also here you can have a small space for your stuff. And something that the Volvo brand has really taken care of over time is comfortability and safety. Actually, Volvo is known for safety, and of course where there is safety, comfortability is also taken care of. The first Volvo was manufactured in 1927, but Volvo became popular in 1944. And over time, something that Volvo has really improved over time is safety. And Volvo has been rated as one of the safest car in the world. And looking at this car, you can feel and you can see, because the car has airbags all over, and the automatic braking system of the car is very efficient, and also the sensing systems of the car is also very efficient. It gives you the confidence that when you're driving in the car, in case of anything, you are safe, and if anything happens, there is not much to worry about. And of course, we do not make things happen on the road, because you know it's always a risk. But at the same time, with a Volvo, you can be 70% sure that if you are not driving in the extremes, you are able to be rescued. Yeah, something that does not go very well with me with the Volvo, the V40, is where they have placed the handle to open the bonnet. Yeah, you see, it's very far. You have to reach out to it, but I think it's not a big problem. And also the room around the driver and the co-driver, the headroom and the leg room, the room here is okay. We are going to check what we have on the back seat, and also looking at the finishes and the seats. They are leather made and stitched very well. And also there is a very perfect headrest where if the journey is too long, maybe you can have your rest a bit, and then you have your comfortable features taken care of. And you see also, for example, that this car, the interior is black. That looks very, very beautiful. So now let's check what we have at the back. So the second row of this car looks like this. The leg room is okay, but not that big, bearing in mind we are dealing with a smaller car. And also the headroom is not that big, but this is considered to be a perfect or a good family car. So this is where we consider that the people who sit at the back are the children. But we have more functions here, where we have your cup holders, you have your armrests, yeah, and the back seat is as comfortable, yeah. So here we see the spaces we have for your storage, and also we have a space here where you can have just maybe a bottle, and that's all for the back seat. And of course, the finishing of the car, even the ground, even the seats, it looks very beautiful. And even the back seat of the car is the second row of the car is also very comfortable. Yeah, so we move to the trunk and see what we have. So this is how the trunk looks like. And of course, the practicability of the trunk is not as accurate. Yeah, it's very, very small. And I do not want to argue that it is because it's a small car, but we have more space down here. And then you have your spare space down here. And I think the back side of the car is even more beautiful than the front front size. Looking at how this place looks, these are the rear lights, how they are fitted, and of course the Volvo emblem and the spoilers here, it makes it look so beautiful. And something that I had not mentioned is that the car has a back camera, yeah, just to help you when you're reversing. And the perfect comparison of the Volvo V40 is the BMW 116. Yeah, the fuel consumption of this car is 3.2 liters per 100 kilometers. So that tells you, of course, it's not a car that you're going to spend so much on fuel, but it will give you the efficiency that you want. It will give you the stability, the comfortability, and the safety, of course, that you want. That is from Volvo V40. So the sweetness of the car, or the goodness of the car, you feel it when you're driving on tarmac. It is not a good car off-road, and that one you will, if you happen to buy the car, you feel for yourself it is not a car that is reliable off-road. But talk about tarmac roads, or when you're driving in the streets, this is the best car. And of course, as you've heard, the fuel economy of the car is perfect, bearing in mind you're talking of a German car. Yeah. So basically, this is how the car drives. It feels very comfortable, and the picking of the car is crazy. I mean, I've driven other 1600cc and feels quite different. And also the comfortability, it is something you want to associate yourself with. And you feel that is what I'm talking about. The picking of the car. I mean, as I had said earlier, when the Volvo, after the Volvo brand was launched, something that they really majored on is safety, comfortability, and then of course where there is safety and comfortability, that we are talking about a performing or a performance car, and this is exactly what we have. So there is so much to talk about this car when it comes to when you are talking about performance. And yeah, this is what we have. And that's it for the Volvo V40 2014, and this car is available at Urban Drive. And something very interesting about Urban Drive, you can find a car on a site called Be Forward, inform the Urban Drive, and then the Urban Drive will bring the car for you, and then you find the car here. So that sorts your problem. And for today, that's it. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the comments. And if there is anything that you feel you have left out, please tell us on the comment section, and we'll be very happy to check on that. And thank you for helping us grow together. Thank you so much. Shalom.